Hey, Zixian Black Drove here, and I am very, very, very sorry that I haven't been making many rants lately, but I've lost the microphone, headset microphone broke, but I managed to find the other one, thankfully, and today I'm going to make a rant about a cartoon. Yes, I already did a cartoon rant, but this is on a specific cartoon. Now, many of you might not know about it because it's relatively new, and we all know how us Generation Xers, Generation Y, and Y, like 1997 to from the 1990s, love, and I quote, love to hate on new cartoons. But this one, well, I kind of watch a few things, so when I do these rants, I know what I'm going up against. Basically, the show, I recently saw previews for it, and I just wanted to hit myself. It was bad. I didn't know how bad, I just knew it was bad by the animation. Little I know is that the actual cartoon was bad itself. And, well, it has no plot, no story, the characters are unlikable, and many other reasons. I know I may have listed a few of the reasons, and, that's why I don't like the show, but there are other reasons, and I'll get to that. But the show is called The Problem Solvers. It is on Cartoon Network, on both, if you have Uverse on both Cartoon Networks. And let me tell you something. I only watched 3 episodes, and I'm gonna get to that as well on the rant. But anyway, besides the fact that the story cartoon having no plot, and the characters being unlinkable, it makes no sense. The show, it's just a mess. The show, as I said, and the problems are really kind of ridiculous. For example, there was this one episode where they were dealing with a video game that was causing issues. In my opinion, just terminate the frickin' file. I mean, it's as easy as that. I mean, how stupid are you? I know it's a cartoon, but still. Then there was one about a time travel roller coaster. Now, that would be cool, but it was causing problems. I'm thinking, if you don't want it causing any more problems, just tear it down. It's as simple as that. I mean, that would be like me complaining that the carpet is not my favorite color. Just change the carpet and you'd be happy. But, unfortunately, as I said, it's a cartoon, and it agitated me. So basically the show, it's very unlikable, the characters are unlikable, and half of them don't even look like what they're supposed to. And, well, the backgrounds, oh boy. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm about to laugh. Judging by what I've seen in this cartoon, I know the intended audience. This is for people who are morons. No, children who are morons. No, pets who are morons. No, please who are morons. No, actually, I found the intended audience. This was intended for a brick. Just show it to the bricks, and they'll be happy. But even then, I talked to my buddy Shadow, and he said the bricks wouldn't even like it. Just trust me, it's this bad. Now, I'm going to talk about why it should be pulled off the air. Now, the show, it doesn't have any cursing. The animation's bad, but I know that me thinking, what the heck is wrong with you? Just because a show has bad animation doesn't mean it should be cut. That's not really why it should be taken down. The reason I want this show taken down off the air is because of what it could do to a child. Everyone has heard rumors about the Pokemon Lavender Town music causing nausea, vomiting, seizures, and all kinds of problems. This show is the equivalency of that if you put it on the computer, on the television, or if you're watching it on Cartoon Network on the internet. It's the equivalency of that. I literally watched this show while it was at night. I've watched only 3 episodes, as I said. The first one, not really much happened for me. The second one, I started to feel a little nauseous. But on the third one, which I recently watched last night, my mom had to sit up with me. I was feeling that nauseous. I felt dizzy to the point that I actually had to take a anti-nausea tablet. It was that bad. And I'm going to put this into a note. I have no history of epilepsy or seizures. That's what's so weird. The show, it's over bright. There are too many colors, too much bright colors. It makes the eyes want to go. My eyes are also burning. I felt lightheaded as well. So basically, the show. And also, I talked to another buddy of mine, nicknamed Shadow, the same guy who said about the bricks. He said he watched it and he felt nauseous. I don't know much about Shadow's history, but not from what I can tell. He's probably never had epilepsy. But I also have a friend who has epilepsy and has a history of seizures, and she almost vomited. If this show can do that to a person with history of seizures, I hate to see what it would do to a person with epilepsy. The reason I say it would of epilepsy is because if the show, people with that disorder, they can't handle bright lights and will go into horrible fits called seizures. It's really scary. I have a friend who has seizures. I play on a special needs baseball team. I have a mental thing called Asperger's, and he sometimes has seizures out in the middle of the ball field. It's horrifying. I don't want, and people were complaining about, I know this is another murmur, but it's about another cartoon, and it had an episode that was counterbanded for seizures. It was Pokemon Electric Porygon Soldier. That episode, it probably wouldn't do that much harm. Only one scene. This show is the entire cartoon that's a seizure warning. What really makes me angry is that they don't put a seizure warning. I mean, for God's sakes, they need to put a seizure warning. If the show is going to cause that kind of problems in a child who doesn't have epilepsy, it makes them want to vomit. And as I said, I have no history, or has a person who has history of seizures almost puke. This show needs to have either a warning or it needs to be removed permanently. No exceptions. This show could be a danger. If people are complaining about violence and stuff, for God's sakes, look at the Looney Tunes. Instead, the show barely has any violence, but stupidity and seizure issues. Overall, this show is stupid, and it's a seizure just waiting to frickin' happen. I'm 16 Black Wolf, signing out. Have a nice day, and stay away from bad seizure warning issues.